All right. Welcome to episode 4 in the Velocity Banking in 6 Minutes series, a series where I break down the fundamental pieces in the Velocity Banking strategy so you can apply it to your financial situation. Now, before we get started, if you already haven't done so, head over to our website, myvelocitybanking.com. Sign up for a free account, put in your income, put in your expenses, put in the debts you're trying to pay off, and get a debt pay down report. Take this report, tack it onto your bulletin board, tape it to your mirror, whatever you need to do, and follow this payoff plan, and you will be debt free in no time. So today we're going to talk about cash flow. Cash flow is the engine. Actually, it's not even the engine, it's the gas. It's what actually kickstarts this whole velocity banking strategy. So cash flow in its simplest form is all your expenses plus all the expenses that you're trying to pay, plus all of the payments that you're making towards your debt. You add those all up, and then you take your income. Now your income, this is your net income. This is how much ends up in your bank every week or bi-weekly or monthly, however you're paid. That's your income. Now if you have another side hustle, like the example of Joan, who selling things on Amazon, $250 a month or $50 a month. It all depends on how much you make. You add that in as well, because that's all going to go to, so all your sources of income that end up in your account, that's going to be your income. And then the other part, we were talking about expenses. So this is all your expenses. So that's your gas bill, gas for your car, your cell phone bill, food, groceries, restaurants, all this stuff that you do on a daily basis to live. You add them all up in how much that is in a month, and then you also add up the payments that you make towards your debt as well. So you add up all those. So you take your income minus all the expenses that you added up, and that's your cash flow. So whatever is left at the end of the month, so that's how much is left in your account at the end of the month, that is your cash flow. Now, in this application, we make it very easy, very easy to do all that. So the top part, you just enter your income, and in here you enter all your expenses. So gas, hydro, rent, you put it all in, and then down here, obviously when you enter the debts that you're trying to pay off, you put in the monthly payments that you're making towards that debt. So you don't have to do any math in your head because the app automatically calculates it for you, and right here it will give you your cash flow right here, $462 for this person. Now, why is cash flow important? Now, cash flow is very important because the cash flow determines how much you're going to chunk. And we talked about chunking in a previous episode, so refer to that if you haven't seen it. And depending on how much you chunk, that's how fast you can actually pay down your debts and then be debt-free faster. So the higher your cash flow, so the goal is to maximize your cash flow. Now, I get a lot of emails, people, well, I don't have a lot of extra income at the end of the month, which is totally legit. But here's what has been happening, which I've from talking to people. They're hidden fees that you're paying, or like hidden costs for other things that you're paying that you may not be aware of. So once you track down all these hidden fees, it will actually help your cash flow a little bit. So things like bank fees, see if you can, dodge or like get out of, your banking fees. Things like just, not buying like that extra tall Starbucks latte each week. All that stuff, it adds up, and it adds up to your cash flow. Now, this isn't dramatically changing your lifestyle, because that's the beauty of velocity banking. You don't have to dramatically change anything. You have to stop doing things or, cut back on things, but you just have to be smart about it. So that is your cash flow. So once you have your cash flow, you're going to know how much to actually chunk, because it's a function. So the cash flow is it determines how much your chunking amount is. And so that's all done inside the application. So that's it for cash flow. So this is a short episode because cash flow is a very easy concept to get, but it's a very important one to understand, and you have to be constantly thinking about, how do I increase my cash flow? Every little thing you do or change is going to have magnify itself, because $1 here in increase in my cash flow might cut off, like a month or like 2 months in your debt payment schedule, and you'll be at debt faster. So again, go look at all your expenses, see all these hidden fees that you're paying elsewhere, try to maximize your cash flow. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you get a notification when I upload more in the Velocity Banking in 6 Minutes series. All right, talk to you guys next time.